Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this late. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what I'm in on. Speaking my language, I'ma get it as so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless, I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless, but look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon, cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets, they say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, devil get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest, so for real nobody try me.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big crowds, they already gone by the side of me. I don't really get drunk, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity, you suck, gon' make way for a prodigy.
And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, it's absent of. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We have to rings like a Saturn, this feel like splitting an atom. We got involved with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Pushes past him. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
On first down, Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. Cross Watkins. 38 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Elliott good with a PAT. It's the start. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now 3rd down and 7. Throwing now is Gino. Oh, his first throw in his playoff matchup is intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He had to fit that tight window over the middle. And Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And running with breaks the tackle now, Allen. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. That's going to be an intriguing matchup to continue to watch. You don't get in the playoffs without having a good guy to cover out wide. If they want to move on, get in the championship, then the Super Bowl, he's going to have to be big in this one.
And this is not basketball where you're worried about your star getting fouls and getting in trouble and maybe not playing as much. You take your number 1 guy, put it on their number 1 guy, and try and limit their offense.
He's got Dallas Goddard. His tight end over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Someone sharp in this game. A touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back. He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he'll score! Touchdown! Devontae Smith from 8 yards out. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott did an extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. We'll get back over the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2, Smith. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Pass incomplete.
And it's my play there. It's probably saying, I wish I would have done that little last drop instead of throwing the interception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play action. It's Smith. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They go play action with Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The jumbo set out there, 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
In motion right is Smith. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Elliott going to PAT. And it makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Smith. And for the first time tonight, he's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
This short throw caught by Goddard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Smith in motion right. On the option to give to Swift here. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
It's like, what am my niggas doing,
grateful
bro?
to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
They need 12 here. It's third down. Here's Hurts to throw. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Broken tackle. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Gino on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing now is Gino. And he'll just throw this one over in the land of security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
That's a touchdown. Thank you. High point the ball. High point the fucking ball. Damn. Act like you know how to fucking throw.
Seconds of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Come on, fellas. We down 14, man. We see green now. Come on. We know what the fuck we gotta do. Come on, bro. Bitch ass nigga Gino, bro.
NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back.
Forgot bro got hurt. Fuck.
So we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you take it every single time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. From the red zone now, Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And that's a great run. And this is where you got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
First down, and they go with Swift again. There he goes, left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 24 yards a gain there. Another first down as well.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Elliott on for a field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And this one incomplete. Threw down at the feet of his receiver. Anxious in the pocket there. He's still not comfortable.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal full delivery. I think he might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now Smith going to change the play. Now Gino. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by James Brown.
Why is he throwing a ball like that, bro? He's running right behind him.
And not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man for 5 now as he got to the touchdown lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Smith. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try the air now with Smith. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Smith on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Hey, drop that.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously with all of the interceptions, things just haven't been true to form for him.
Hey,
what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident player right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Quickly out wide to Eskridge. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And now they're in a hurry-up. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Smith here, an audible at the line. Smith now on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to look deep down the field. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 30 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. That 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Keep it rolling, boys. That's it. Great.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd down and 6 now. They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. Looking for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Smith will come in motion right. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 70